A 27-year-old man from Brown's Farm, Phillipi in Cape Town, has died after suffering a seizure and collapsing into stagnant sewage water caused by blocked drains. Residents say the tragedy highlights years of service delivery failures on the Cape Flats in Cape Town. Atini Oliphant fell and drowned in a pool of sewage water in Cape Town after having an epileptic fit. He fell into the pool and ended up drowning to death after failing to lift his head out of the water due to the severe epileptic attack. The sewer water had accumulated after a sewer pipe burst and the drainage system failed to drain the water back into the sewage. This speaks to the bad service delivery in black and colored townships in Cape Town, where black people have migrated from Cape Town to a point where they have become a minority.
This is the body of Atini Oliphant, who drowned on his way home in a pool of sewer water in Phillipi, Cape Town. Atini had just finished a hard day's work. He was walking home and had an epileptic fit. He fell on the side of the sidewalk and ended up rolling into this pool of sewer water in Phillipi in Cape Town. Because of the severity of the attack, he could not lift his head out of the water and he ended up drowning in this pool of water. The DA is said to have the best service delivery in South Africa, but DA-run cities like Cape Town happen to have the highest rate of black and colored migration, to the extent that black people have become a minority in Cape Town in their own country due to bad service delivery. Atini died in a pool of sewer water because the sewage system and the drainage system were not working. Rest in peace, Atini, and condolences to the family of Atini. However, we say sue the city of Cape Town for lack of service delivery and neglect.
I don't want to make this whole situation political. It's a tragedy, really, it is. But it goes back to the points I've been making throughout the month about the DA's deliberate disregard for the people of color. The DA pranced around on a media tour in Johannesburg, claiming that people of color in Cape Town are not isolated and neglected, and that black people are better off in rural communities under the DA than the ANC, and even the president agrees, which tells me that the DA has no intentions of transforming black communities. The DA will continue governing black people and colors from their rural areas with no intentions of changing their living conditions.
Some of the places in Cape Town are also a total disgrace.
Well, you tell me which places haven't got water, which places haven't got electricity, which places haven't got refuse removal, which places have not got
Safety,
well,
gangs, crime.
absolutely safety, gangs, crime. That's why we're going to fight to the Constitutional Court to get policing powers for the city of Cape Town.
Well, there are no government services in the townships of Cape Town. If there were, this man wouldn't have drowned. Yet she wants to be mayor of Johannesburg. Are we really going to take that chance of having someone that deliberately lied to our faces and said that there is government services being provided in the city of Cape Town, in the rural parts of the city of Cape Town, where there's predominantly black people residing there? She deliberately lied and said, you know what, black people and people of color, the colored people, are better off living in rural, in shanty towns governed by the DA than the ANC, and even the president of South Africa agrees with that statement. How bold is that? So it shows that the DA has no intention of transforming the living conditions of people of color. They are fine the way they are. And I hate the fact that she lies and say, well, you know, the foreign investor, the private market sector from the European countries or the European Union that comes and invests in property in Cape Town, they pay a lot of money, and we use that money to, improve government services in the Cape Flats, government services in the rural areas surrounding the city of Cape Town. Yeah, we use the European money, the investors' money, to improve the lives of black people living in the rural areas surrounding Cape Town, which is a lie, because it shows that that money is being swindled by DA members. That money has been stolen from the city of Cape Town by DA members, and they're enriching themselves and neglecting people of color that live in the surrounding areas of Cape Town. If the DA was truly the top-notch municipality, this man wouldn't have drowned and died, right? Or am I exaggerating? Or am I using this one isolated case to paint DA in a negative light? Am I? Am I though? This man would have been alive. He would have been alive. This man would have been here breathing today if the DA was honest with the current living conditions in Cape Town, instead of BSing us, going on media tours, claiming that Western Cape is a well-oiled machine, that Western Cape is the land of milk and honey, is the promised land. It's Israel. They are liars. This man would have been alive if they were just honest about some of the service delivery failures, instead of prancing around and lying to our face. This has just revealed that if we remove ANC from power and put in the DA, we are still going to experience the same problems. We are still going to experience the same problems. They are the same type of people, different skin colors. The DA is just as bad as the ANC, if not worse. And the president of this country has the nerve to endorse the DA and make it seem like the black government is incompetent of governing themselves, as the apartheid government used to say. Disgusting old man, Cyril Ramaphosa. He is a disgusting old man. He's a disgrace. Throwing the faith that we had in ANC, the hope that we have in ANC, the love that we had in ANC back in our face. Literally saying all the 30 years that you've been voting for us to stay in power, back in your face. We actually endorsed the DA. We want to transition back power to the colonizers. The colonizers that run their mouth and lie on a media tour and claim that they are running a clean audit municipality, a corrupt free political party. DA is the ANC, just different color and different uniform and different logos, but it's one and the same thing. We are going to experience what we're experiencing now under the ANC, if not worse. They are criminals, they are corrupt, and they are liars, and they use the media to protect and polish up their brand. And the journalists of this country are backing that up. I'm talking about Karen Morgan from News 24. I'm talking about this girl who's instrumental in putting white supremacy power back in power. I'm talking about this girl, Karen Morgan, that lies in her commentaries, that lies in her articles. By the way, this Karen Morgan is made a legal expert for News 24 without a law degree, but a lawyer with a law degree that went on a tour, not a tour even, that exposed the criminalities and the criminal links of the ANC was disbarred. Yep, there's a lawyer in South Africa, a very good lawyer, top-notch, well-educated, passed his law degree with flying colors. He was disbarred for exposing the ANC and their ties to criminal gangs that run Gauteng province. He was disbarred for that. Yet you have a white woman who calls herself a legal expert for one of the biggest publications in Africa without a law degree. What kind of nonsense is that? What kind of is that? What kind of white mediocrity is that? Are you guys okay with this nonsense? This is the woman that is advocating for white supremacy to continue. This is the woman fueling the propaganda for white supremacy in this country. This is the woman behind. This is the propaganda machine itself. This current woman, she's the propaganda machine herself that is fueling the narrative that promotes the white supremacy of this country. She lied. She lied. She cahooted with the Ramaphosa campaigns, the Cyril Ramaphosa presidential campaign. She cahooted with that together with the white supremacy to bring Jacob Zuma down, because Jacob Zuma was now limiting power and access of white supremacists in the government of South Africa. He was limiting access. He was limiting access from these white supremacists. And this woman wrote scathing lies, scathing attacks, lies, launched lies in her publications against Jacob Zuma. That's why we had the Jacob Zuma Must Fall campaign. Today, she's nowhere to be found when the ANC is being exposed of crimes, hideous crimes, crimes linking to drug cartels, crimes linking to kidnapping syndicates in Gauteng province, linked to the ANC. She's nowhere to be found. She's not writing any articles. Where is she now? This bloody Karen Morgan, this dumb woman, this white trash. I bet she doesn't even have a journalism degree. She's white. She's white. So her skin opened doors. Her skin made her a legal expert to one of the biggest publications in Africa without a law degree. The white supremacy of this country, the celebration of mediocrity in this country. Her name is Karen Morgan. Go report her account on Instagram. I said it. What do you think about this segment? Comment to us in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and share the broadcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss these groundbreaking conversations right here on the African Diaspora News channel. And oh, family, I have my own YouTube channel where I'm going to double down on this Karen Morgan white trash and her white supremacy agenda. I have my own YouTube channel called The Native Talk. I'm going to double down on this woman. And there, I'm unfiltered and I'm raw. And I'm going to expose the incompetence of this woman, the mediocrity of this woman, and the double standards of this country in celebrating mediocrity. So go to the description box below, click on the link, and let us double down on this woman. Until then, see you next time.